Good to see you here on a sunny summer day. Some of you have had long days, classes, walking around. Hot day in Athens. Frank Hess is the coordinator of the Modern Greek program at Indiana University and a lecturer in Western European Studies. His scholarly work examines 20th and 21st century Greek popular culture, cinema, television, and popular music, exploring the economic, geopolitical, and geocultural context of its production. He has published on topics including early Greek cinema, the role of popular culture in modern Greek studies, and Greek rap music. Yes, there is Greek rap music. Other scholarly interests include the pedagogy of modern Greek and the cinematic representation of violence. Hess is also a member of the executive board of the Modern Greek Studies Association and currently serves as the organization's secretary. Professor Hess received a BA in biology and English from Goshen College in Indiana and a master's and PhD in American Studies from the University of Iowa. But even then, his focus was on Greece, as seen from the intriguing title of his dissertation, Singular Visions, Multiple Futures, Culture, Politics, and the American Mass Media in Modern Greece. That is, the influence of American mass media on Greek culture and specifically Greek TV, right? Greek TV. Among his publications are Sound, Film, and the Nation, Rethinking the History of Early Greek Cinema, Close Encounters of the Common Kind, the Practical and Theoretical Implications of Popular Culture for Modern Greek Studies, and forthcoming publication, American Form, Greek Performance, the Hip-Hop Poetics and Politics of the Imiskumbria, which is the name of this particular group. This particular group. You guys. Anyway, we're very pleased to have Professor Hess with us.
Thank you, Faden, for your kind introduction. It's a great pleasure for me to be here, to have this opportunity to speak to the students here at college here in Athens. I hope you're all having a great experience here in Greece, and that you continue to maintain a high level of interest in Greek culture and the Greek language, whether it's ancient or its modern version. Anyway, the title of my speech today is Reimagining Filoxenia, and Immigration and the Politics of Civilization in Modern Greece. And I'm going to begin with an observation that may initially seem peripheral to my topic today, which is immigration to Greece. And that observation is that the Greek language, that is, the everyday Greek that is spoken by everyday Greeks, has no word that approximates the relativistic notion of culture that exists in the English language. In English, we can talk about, for example, Italian-American culture, and know that we're talking about the beliefs, practices, and performances of Americans of Italian descent, as opposed to Americans of Irish or Greek or Croatian descent. We can talk about French culture, and know that we're talking about the beliefs, practices, and performances of people who live in France, as opposed to people who live in Germany or Italy. There's no judgment in the English word culture when we use it in this way. No hierarchy, at least no explicit hierarchy, and we could argue about this. Just a generalized interest in documenting and understanding the differences between different groups of people. It's not nearly as easy to talk about cultures and ethnic identities in Greece using the Greek word politismos. It makes very little sense, for example, to talk about Italo-Americanos or Italian-American politismos. Even the phrase Americanos or American politismos will draw responses like what culture can a 200-year-old country have? Academic circles have recognized the lexical problems faced by politismos and have tried to solve them by redefining the word so that its meaning is closer to culture as it is used in the US and in German universities. Alternately, they have substituted a word of Latin origins, cultura, which better recognizes the uniqueness and the unity of given groups of people within Greek society. Point this out. We have up on the screen now the definition in Greek, sorry, of politismos. It is my contention that this word, politismos, and the mental baggage that accompanies it plays a key role in shaping the character of debates about a variety of topics in Greece, including immigration. The etymology of the word politismos is informative, though clearly Greek and stemming from the word politis, or citizen, the word is not an organic part of the modern Greek language. As Olga Vartsioti has explained, it was not used in high antiquity and found a certain intellectual currency only in late antiquity, where it was used to describe the governance of the state, concern for public affairs, and public administration. She adds that later in the 1st century AD, it was used by the philosopher DIKEMES, to describe the way of life and action of a philosopher in relation to the other individuals in the ancient Greek city. And still later in the 4th century AD, it was used by ecclesiastical authors to describe the politeness and elegance of manners of the city dwellers. The term then went into hibernation for nearly 1,500 years. It was not part of the Greek language really for 1,500 years, until it was reintroduced into the language in 1804 by the Greek man of letters, Adamantios Korais. Korais is, of course, well known for his contributions to the rise of Greek revolutionary nationalism. That's the Greek Revolution that freed the country from Ottoman hegemony. The scion of a trading family from Smyrna, Korais was a naturalized French citizen who lived in Paris and imbibed deeply of the French Enlightenment. Nonetheless, he maintained a clearly Greek identity and occupied himself with a variety of projects that were designed to raise Greek consciousness. He published poems extolling a revolutionary Greek consciousness, political tracts criticizing Ottoman suzerainty, essays on reforming the educational system. Korais, however, is probably best known for proposing katharevousa as a middle path between the modern Greek and ancient Greek. Less noted is his reintroduction of the word politismos into modern Greek with his 1803 essay, Notes on the Contemporary State of Politismos in Greece. In choosing politismos, Korais was searching for a word that could communicate in Greek the French term civilisation. This choice has had similarly far-reaching consequences for Greek society. The term civilization, as opposed to culture, emphasizes the historical continuity of a people, as well as their social, political, and economic superiority. In all likelihood, two impulses motivated Korais' decision to define modern Greece as a civilization. First, it placed Greece in a civilizational chain with other Western European countries, particularly France and Britain. So it was part of the same tradition, which was very key to making the argument that Greece should have national independence. Greece here was defined as a junior partner, but it was nonetheless part and parcel of the same tradition, which allowed its statesmen and advocates rhetorical avenues for articulating pleas for military, diplomatic, and economic support. Second, it allowed the country to mobilize elements from the histories of Greek-speaking peoples to lay claim to social and political, if not economic, parity and even superiority. This was significant both for cultivating unity amongst the populations that were incorporated into the Greek state, and for justifying Greece's claim to a place in the Western European civilizational chain.